Hey guys, this is Purna. Today we are going to start a new series of training sessions on ES6, and ES6 stands for ECMASCRIPT 6. This is an advanced version of JavaScript, and this is one of the prerequisites before going to start writing code on reactjs. And the objective of this session is to cover some popular features that comes with ES6, which is heavily used in React. So ES6 stands for the ECMASCRIPT 6, and this is the newer version of JavaScript that was introduced in 2015. And ECMASCRIPT is the standard that JavaScript programming language uses. And we will be learning some commonly used ES6 features in the industry. Here is the table of content for our ES6 trainings, and we will be covering these entire things with various sessions. For today, we are going to cover variables. So what is variable actually? So variables holds the information, and that can vary later time, right? So we can change it. So before ES6, we use the keyword var to declare the variable, and now with ES6, there are three ways of defining the variables, right? So what are those? That is var, const, and let. So var is available in function scope, whereas const and let are in block scope. And var can be declared more than once, and also we can reassign the values, whereas constant let cannot be declared more than once, and this works like a high-level programming language, the constant let. And the name suggests const is always a constant and cannot be reassigned once it holds the initial values, right? But in case of let, we can reassign the values. Const values are immutable, while let and var variables are not. So let's do some programming for variables. Okay, so we can see the value, right? So the var contain the value hello world, and we are printing it, and we can see the hello world is printed, right? So as we saw in the definition, var can be redeclared, right? So let's say, okay, let me copy this entire things, and then we can say like hello JS JavaScript, and let's see what is happening. Yeah, so now you can see, right? So the first var greetings is the hello world, and again we redeclare that variables hello JS. So as the variable name same, so it is taking the latest one. Okay, let me change that var to late, and we can see what is happening here. So you can see, right, this is a syntax error. So identifier greetings has already been declared. So once the var or once the let variable is declared, so we cannot redeclare it. Okay, so let me try with const. Let's see what is the outcome is coming. Here is the same thing, right? So identifier greetings has already been declared, so it will not allow you to do. So only var can be redeclared. Now see var, sorry, greetings equal to hello world, and I'm reassigning that value to hello.js instead of redeclaring, right? And see what is happening in case of var. So it is printing the latest value which we reassign, right? We can see the initial value is hello world, and later we reassign it hello.js. So we can see hello.js is printing. Now let me do the let. What is the change that we are seeing here? So in let, we can still see the same thing, the variable declared, and later we reinitialize the data. So it is printing the latest one. So it means we can reassign it, right? So let me put it const. What is happening? Yeah. So in case of const, it is saying assignment to constant variable is not possible. It's kind of a type error, right? So it means constant, once it is declared or assign initial values, so we cannot update it. Okay. So if I remove this, these things are coming. So now let's see the description again. What it says. So we can declare the var variable more than once, that we saw. We are able to do it. We can reassign the value. Constant, what is saying? So name suggests constant cannot be reassigned. Okay, that's we checked. So whatever the initial values that constant hold, that we can reuse it, but when we are going to reassign it, it is not allowing. And let we can reassign the value, but we cannot redeclare the variables. Like var can be redeclared also, right? But constant and let we cannot redeclare. Okay, so you can understand this point, right? The const variable are immutable, while let and var variables are not. Yes, so const variable, once it is assigned, you cannot change it, so unchangeable. But while let and var can be changeable. So now we need to see what is function scope, block scope, and block scope. So var is function scope, and const is block scope, right? And let is also block scope. So now we will test it. I have a function here, and here I have a block that var status equal to pass, and I'm printing this status variable outside this block. Okay. So let's see what the outcome it will come. So it is saying pass. Okay, so I can able to access the value variable inside the outside the block. I can access it within the function scope, right? But let me try that something let, whether it is accessible or not. So you can see, right? So status is not defined. So it means if we want to access this value constant log status inside this block, then it will show the value. Let me try that also. Console dot log status. For now, outside log, I am just closing it. And you can see, right? So inside the block, I have that variable that I can access it, but outside the block, I cannot access. Outside the block, I cannot access let variable. Okay, but in case of var, I can able to access it. Now let's see const. What is happening? Even const also same, status is not defined. So if I'll enable this line within block to print that value, so we can access it, but outside block we cannot access. Okay, so let me put something obtain mark. I'll put something like 50. I will keep I'll convert this to something called if condition, and let's say I'll try to log it. Okay, so what is the status in the sense? So it is saying the status is not defined. So I'm trying to show the result for mark something 50, and the condition is treated like often mark is greater than equal to 50, then it will be a pass. So if I'll change this const to var and we'll try to access it outside, I can still see, right, the result is pass. So the conclusion is var is a function scope, but const and let in block scope. Thank you guys. Please subscribe my YouTube channel Techipurna and follow me on Instagram Learn Full Stack. If you have any questions or query, please post in the comment section. I will definitely try to address those. Thank you.